There's something that I love about Ifa, which is the multiple ways in which Ifa can deliver a single message uh, um, and never be redundant, right? It's never tedious, even though the message is really super universal across the board. If you know 100 verses, or you know 1,000, or you know 10,000 verses of Ifa, you know that the overriding message is make the sacrifice, keep the observances, or people would typically call taboos. And it seems so simple, but then when you look at all of the different angles that a person might be approaching that advice to make sacrifice, it starts to become more clear. On one hand, it's just like, you know, justification. It's like the mind, the ego will do all kinds of things to justify and perpetuate its own comfort, right? So you have an image and an idea of yourself, and your ego is what protects that. Only thing is that it's sort of always outdated, right? The you're evolving and you're changing, right? So the you that you're trying to protect was yesterday's you. That was the one that was good for getting you through yesterday's problems. So you gotta subjugate the ego to the soul, so that you make it all that creativity and all that adjustment that the ego would be making to perpetuate itself will then be used to perpetuate the soul. And so, or to perpetuate the agenda of the soul, which is wholeness, which is completion, fulfillment, right? And so Ifa will, on one level just points out that, well, the ego is just tireless. It'll tell you all kind of reasons why you don't have to change. It'll tell you all kind of reasons why you don't have to sacrifice. No, you don't have to do that because you got everything. Nah, you don't have to do that because you don't have anything. Nah, you don't have to do that because, you're under fire right now. You got a lot of adversity. You don't have to do that right now because you're king of the world and everybody has to do what you say. There's all these different reasons that the ego would tell you you don't have to change. You don't have to adjust, even though it's clearly not working. What the ego is making you do, or convincing you is the right way to go about it, has you sick, has you isolated, has you stressed out, has you broke, something has you sick, and it's clearly not working, which is probably what brought you to Defy in the first place. But it doesn't go down easy. It fights, and it gives you all these reasons why you got to keep it exactly as it is, right? And so, on another level, what Ifa is telling us is that, everybody is equal distance from the heart of the matter. We're all, there's sort of the core issue of fulfillment and self-realization, or realizing your destiny, however you want to understand it. And then there's that's kind of the bullseye, and then there's a circumference, and every position around the circumference of fulfillment or self-realization or salvation, everybody's equal distance. Everybody. So if you look at it simple, 12 o'clock to the center is the same distance as 9 o'clock to the center. 2 o'clock to the center, 6 o'clock to the center, 4 o'clock. They're all equal distance from the very center of the clock. Right? So when Ifa shows us all these thousands and thousands and thousands of stories that have the same moral or share the same message, it also is reinforcing for us, nobody's got a monopoly on being good, or nobody's got a monopoly on being bad, or anything like that. We're kind of walking the same path from different angles, different perspectives. And so I'm encouraged by that realization all the way around, because what it does is it helps me to be more self-aware, paying more close attention to where I'm coming from and where I'm trying to get to, and what kind of changes and sacrifices I need to undergo in order to accomplish my mission. And then it also opens up a lot more empathy and understanding between myself and others, because I realize, as odd as it might seem, as foreign as your approach might be, as unintelligible as the language might be that you're using, I respect that you're traveling the same road that I am. You're trying to accomplish the same thing that I am. You're just coming from a different angle. So let me listen. Let me try a little bit more to understand where you're coming from, not just for the sake of saying that I understand, but also so that I can help you using what I know to work. There are certain things that I know will work. There are certain techniques, there's certain approaches, there's certain information, there's certain practices that I know if you put these into place, you're gonna improve your journey. And so these are all the kinds of tools and approaches that I make use of in the School of Orisha Studies. And I do this because I know that leadership requires creativity, right? If you want to produce high quality leaders, you got to meet them where they are to a degree. You got to give them a solid structure and vision of where we're going and how we're getting there. But you also have to meet them there. You also have to speak in a way that they'll be able to see themselves in this greater vision. And so my mission is to identify and bring in leaders, right? My mission is to reach out to the leaders, okay? And work with you to use what you have to get what you want according to the best practices of Orisha lifestyle. And we do this because Olodumare said that that's our mission and our purpose as human beings, to help bring about the good condition. And so if you're a person who sees yourself as interested in, committed to, and able to help bring about the good condition for yourself and those who you're destined to serve, I want you to find out how Obafemi Origunwa and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy, the School of Orisha Studies, can help you take your practice and your life to the next level. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com, and let's get busy helping you live the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of those who you're destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.